Your leadership and the collective efforts of North Carolinians have prepared us to move into phase 2 at the end of the week. I'll go through the graphs and you'll see that overall the trends have been stable, but the data also shows us that we need to be cautious and stay vigilant to continue to slow the spread of the virus. As a reminder, we look at a combination of trends that guide our decision making, including looking at COVID-like syndromic cases, lab-confirmed cases, positive tests as a percentage of total tests, and hospitalizations. These indicators were chosen based on public health data as well as White House guidance. We cannot look at any one of these metrics in isolation. We really need to see them as a whole package when making decisions, and each of these data has limitations. On this first graph, we look at people who have come to the emergency department with COVID-like symptoms. This metric serves as an early detection mechanism. I want to draw your attention to the yellow line, and you'll see towards the right, it is decreasing, and this is good news. When we look at laboratory confirmed tests, and you look at the yellow line, you will see that they are increasing. And although today we had a lower daily new case count with 422 new cases, last weekend we saw our highest single day increase with 853 new cases in one day. This indicator needs to be interpreted in the context of the additional testing we are doing across the state. We know that as we do more testing, we expect this indicator to rise. But this increase in case count also shows us that the virus is here in our communities across the state. I would have liked to see this trend starting to level, but it has not yet done that. Now on this next slide, we look at the percent of tests that are positive. And it's important to interpret the last graph you just saw and this graph together. I want to draw your attention again to that yellow line, and you can see that the percentage of total tests that are positive has been decreasing and is starting to level. So while we're seeing more positive cases day over day, as we saw in the previous graph with the increasing testing, the percent positive continues to look very good. On our next slide here, this is our metric of day-over-day hospitalizations. This yellow line shows that North Carolina's trajectory of hospitalizations is level. We have the capacity to meet increasing demands if more people become seriously ill. That's also really good. If you notice to the right-hand side of that graph, those last few bars show a slight uptick in the past few days, so we'll want to continue to monitor this trend closely, but overall, we are stable on hospitalizations. Finally, a bonus graph again today, providing an update on where we are with testing. Again, looking at the yellow line, you can see that this trend is up. Good news. In the past week, we've made significant progress expanding testing, ranging from between 8,000 to over 12,000 tests a day. This is really good progress. All right, so here's where we are today. Our surveillance data shows a decline, green check. North Carolina's trajectory of laboratory confirmed cases continues to increase. That gets a red X. This rise can be expected as we are doing more testing, but it also signals that we need to take a cautious approach to phase 2. North Carolina's trajectory in percent of tests returning positive has been decreasing and starting to level, which is good news. This gets a green check. North Carolina's trajectory of hospitalizations is level, and we have hospital capacity, so that is very good, also gets a green check. In terms of our other capabilities, we continue to see great improvements. As I just mentioned, we're doing a lot more testing, and we have posted lists of testing sites on our website that will be updating on an ongoing basis. As of today, there are over 300 sites listed across North Carolina, but there's more to do. We're working with counties as well as partners from the private sector to continue to expand access to testing across the whole state. Our work in contact tracing is advancing, And the Carolina Community Tracing Collaborative has hired 152 new tracers. We're also being very intentional that the tracers who are hired reflect the diversity of the communities they serve. We have now posted on our website the demographics of those contact tracers hired to date. These staff will help support our very strong local health department folks who are experts at contact tracing. So based on what we're seeing in our testing, tracing, and trends, we are moving to phase 2, but we need to move in a more cautious way. Our rising case counts indicate that we need to take a more modest step than we would have originally planned. We need to be incredibly vigilant to slow the spread of the virus. I want to include by noting that our team launched an updated COVID-19 dashboard on the DHHS website today. The interactive dashboard provides an overview of the metrics I just covered, as well as the other capabilities that the state is following to inform our decisions to responsively ease measures that slow the spread of the virus. The updated dashboard includes an enhanced North Carolina map, sections on COVID-like illness surveillance, cases, testing, hospitalization, contact tracing, PPE, and congregate living settings. Keeping our trends stable still depends on your actions, what you do to protect your loved ones and your neighbors. Remember, people can have COVID-19 and not have any symptoms. If we don't practice the 3 W's, wear, wait, and wash, we can unknowingly expose people to the virus. When we wear a face covering, wait 6 feet apart, and wash our hands often, we show our families, friends, and neighbors that we care about them. So remember, wear, wait, and wash. Thank you, Governor.